Oh, there it is, guys. And yes, we're gonna actually unbox this one on the channel so you guys can see it because, you know, we usually bust our cars up before we even show them to you. Let's get into it. Now, admittedly, I did open this at home for a minute just to kind of see what it looked like. I couldn't resist, and it looks amazing.
Oh,
dude, look at that.
It is big.
It is huge. Check it out, guys. The sides are actually Velcroed to the chassis. That's awesome. It'll kind of help keep wind from getting under there and maybe even a little bit of dirt and rocks. It'll kind of help keep them out. Whatever you guys are seeing on camera is doing no justice.
No, it's not.
This thing is amazing looking. Oh, look at that, a fresh, brand new, clean chassis. That's a pretty small pinion gear for the amount of speed this car can do. It's only a 14-tooth pinion, and it can do over 60 just on that.
Oh, wow.
Very, very hard rubber belted tires. They're very slick. Definitely built with sliding and drifting in mind. Oh, I am a little put off by the Dean's connectors on a 6S car. We'll see if those hold up or if they melt pretty much immediately. Hopefully they won't, because we're going to speed run it right now. Don't worry, guys. We'll get into the finer points of the car later. There's a lot to go over. But right now, I just want to see some action. I'm excited, and I'm sure you are too. Let's get to it. Oh my God, it definitely has tons of power. Yes, that car's got lots and lots of power. Give it the, whoa, beans. Oh my God. Whoa.
That's why I said it won't go straight. It is so twitchy.
Turn the steering wheel right down just a little bit, and by a little, I mean a great deal. Give it the beans. I did kiss full throttle for like a split second. Wow, it is fast.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
I'm gonna say it looked like about 60 to me.
I was thinking about 58.
So yeah,
57,
somewhere in there.
59.7
miles per hour, and I really didn't get to hold it straight, and I only barely nicked full throttle. I think this car's got 65 in it. To be continued on the speed run. There's more to come.
She just wants to go every which way but straight.
Barely any throttle at all. Oh my God, that was so easy.
That was good.
That
was good. That's just horrible.
Yeah, it is very bouncy.
I knew it, I knew it, I knew it.
Well, I guess we just put that back on. Wreck RC tip, make sure the wheel nuts are tightened on. This one just slid right off. Guys, we are actually having some pretty severe problems with this car. The problem is the car does drift really well, but it's not because it's a good drift car. It drifts really well because it's so unstable that it's absolutely incredible. You don't even have to try to spin the car out. It will just do it all on its own. And you might be thinking, well, it looks like you're controlling it just fine. The truth is, I'm not controlling it just fine. Speed running this car has proven to be impossible for us, and I have a theory as to why. The car is powered on. Look what I can do with the servo. I can just grab the servo and move it around freely by hand. I should not be able to do that. And if I can move the servo around freely by hand, the weight of this big heavy car is definitely moving that servo every which way. We're gonna try to put on some proper street tires and run it to see if maybe that will help us keep it straight, and then we're gonna give up completely on trying to speed run this car. I could put a new servo in the car, but I just paid $700 for it. I shouldn't have to. It's really, really frustrating, but there's more problems we're gonna get into in just a minute. So far, this is not the ARMA infraction or ARMA felony competitor that we were all hoping it to be. I'm gonna try to speed run this car one more time on those tires, and then we're gonna switch them. I can almost guarantee it's not going to matter. That's a quarter throttle. The car's already going all over the place. Undrivable. Absolutely, completely undrivable. To the point where it was fun for a minute, but now it's just really, really annoying. And the ESC is gonna cut out any second because of heat from those Dean's connectors on a 6S system. Drifting's about the only thing this car can do. It's because the car's so unstable. You have no choice but to drift. Ugh. Now, just to give it a try, to say we tried everything short of changing the electronics, which I refuse to do because I paid so much for this car, we are going to put on some different tires and try to speed run it one good time. But in addition to the servo just being completely weak, These tires also come off at random quite often, almost no matter how much you tighten them down. All 4 have come off, one of them several times. The tires themselves are actually really good tires. They're among some of the best large-scale RC drift tires I think I've ever seen. They're very, very hard rubber. They're belted. The tires themselves have a great contact patch. The car can break loose, and if the car could go straight, it would actually have plenty of grip to drive fast. But that servo is just absolutely atrocious. We're gonna try these proper street tires and see if we can get one half-decent speed pass out of this car, and then unfortunately I have to give up. And I just got word of something else quite bothersome about this car. We'll get into that in just a moment. All right, now we've got some actual street tires on the car. We're gonna give it a try to see if we can get this thing to stay straight long enough to get a proper speed run. I highly doubt it. Oh, Jesus. Wow. Quarter throttle. Jeez. Nope. Oh my God. Oh, no way. This thing's impossible. Let's try one more time with the stock tires. I don't think it's gonna be any better. Have you guys ever seen a more depressing Wreck RC video than this? Imagine spending $700 on this thing to have this happen. We can't even do an action montage on this car. I had such high hopes for it. What a shame. We're gonna pop the stock tires on it one more time, give it one more shot. All right, guys, now we're back on the stock tires. We're gonna try one last time. Don't get your hopes up. Ouch! God, it does weigh enough to hurt your feet. That felt like I just tried to soccer kick a brick.
Honestly, I'm surprised that you are not down just like doing a Peter Griffin going.
If you weren't here and this camera wasn't running, I would be. Did get full throttle for a second there. So if you try to run the car straight about 25 times, you'll eventually get it. You have to ease into the throttle, get it to about 30 miles an hour before you even try to give it any gas whatsoever. That was kind of cool by accident. It was accidentally cool. I feel like this time we probably got into the 60s. Boom, 62.3 miles per hour. So the speed out of the box isn't bad at all. Yeah, it's a shame we can't gear this thing up without the risk of a fire. And that brings us to our next point. Well, guys, our next point that I was just getting to is this car was just issued a refund, I was just told, by A-Main Hobbies. Sorry to cut in here, guys, but I meant to say recalled, not refunded. But yes, they're also offering refunds on these cars. My guess is that they don't plan on sending these cars back out to people, which is a good thing. This whole car needs to be completely resorted with the electronics. But anyways, let's get back to the video and you guys can see more as to why. They didn't exactly specify why. We think we know, don't we, Adam? These Dean's connectors are the worst possible connector you could have on a 6S system. Well, I suppose there are worse ones, but this is definitely not ideal. I understand why Team Associated probably used them because they're so big in the racing world, especially the 10 scale racing world where they run Dean's connectors and 2S batteries, and in that context, they're just fine. But on a 6S system, running these is like trying to drink a milkshake through a coffee straw. You can imagine how difficult that would be, and that's exactly what's happening here, just in a different way. This ESC is asking for a lot of current and draw from these batteries, and these batteries are willing to provide it. But these Dean's connectors are not allowing the current to flow freely, which is causing tons and tons and tons of heat in the ESC motor. I've been touching that, calling it the ESC the whole time. But the motor also is getting extremely hot. I can barely touch it after that short run. ESC is unreasonably warm, and the batteries I pulled out of this car in the last run were so hot I was afraid to actually put them in my car and take them home with me because I was genuinely worried about a fire, a spontaneous lipo combustion. And anyone who's ever witnessed that knows how epic that can actually be, and dangerous. Imagine if you had a lipo battery or a car burst into flames while you're driving around, maybe home from the park or to your next destination, and then imagine if you had your kids in your car with you. That is unreasonable potential danger. It's not worth it for any price, no matter what brand name the car is and no matter how nice it looks. And all in all, if you can forget about the atrocious electronics, that hilariously bad servo, this car, the basic platform, is actually really good. This could be a legitimate competitor to the Arma Felony, or even better because it comes with a really good looking licensed body and it's got all the same basic equipment and layout as a Felony or a Limitless or an Infraction. If you could put the same kind of electronics out of that into this, it would be a fantastic car. But the problem is that only costs $400 as a rolling chassis, and by the time You buy this for $700 and then put appropriate electronics in it, you may as well buy a Traxxas X01 at $1,000 or more, because that's about how much it would cost to make this car good. Just changing the Dean's connectors to EC5s might be okay, but I'm not going to do that because A-Main Hobbies already issued a recall, and I appreciate them doing the right thing by doing that. We're going to have to send this car back, unfortunately, guys, and sadly, we can't do an action montage of this video, which is one of the main ingredients to our videos. We really love making those action montages, and according to you guys, you really like to watch them. And I would love to make one for you on this car, but it's just not possible. I really had high hopes for it, and I still have high hopes for the layout. Zoom. That was probably 80 miles an hour. This car should be able to do that no problem, but it can't because that servo will not allow it. And those Dean's connectors will certainly not allow it. They'll burst it into flames. But as I was just saying, I really think the layout is really great. The platform is fantastic. Everything else about the car is comically bad. And that's coming from Mr. Rainbows and Sunshine when it comes to RC cars. I am usually rainbows and sunshine. I don't point out minor issues unless I think it's really going to affect somebody that might buy an RC car that I'm reviewing. But even Mr. Rainbows and Sunshine cannot justify telling anybody they should buy this car. And luckily I don't have to because it's not possible. A-Main did a recall, and I'm sure soon all the dealers are probably going to follow suit if they care about their customers. But just in case they don't, do not buy this car until they do an updated version of it. It could be the felony competitor that we all wanted. It's not now, though. Mr. Adam's going to take it for a spin, and he's going to tell you his thoughts. All right, guys, now you're watching Mr. Adam attempt to drive this car. And, well, what do you think?
It's like it's all marbles.
That is a good way to put it. It's like you're driving on marbles or ice. Oh, and there we go. You guys already saw it happen once in the video, and here it is again. This tire is starting to come off. No, it wasn't.
It's broke.
Something broke. Unless that's a... What in the... What?
What is
the screw backed out? Gotta be joking. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember, it's not about miles per hour, it's about miles per mile, of which this car provides neither by the boatload. Sorry, Team Associated, you're still one of my favorites. I'm still a fanboy, but this is
ridiculous.
It's really bad. Until next time.